What's going on, family? It's your boy Grown with Soul. Getting back to business. It's Wednesday afternoon, and it's time to do a little bit of garden maintenance. Salute to all of the people that's in the building, future listeners. And y'all make sure when y'all enter the building, go ahead and smash that like button. Same thing for the future listeners. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Leave a comment. Share it to the people. You feel me? What's happening with the insane? Salute, loco. Yes, sir. Long Beach business. Salute, salute. Yeah, man, we just out here in the garden, about to do a little bit of maintenance. Let me get a stick because I got one of these spiders over here. My first head of corn, trying to do his thing. I got some silk, got the tassels. So yeah, that's a beautiful sign right there. We go definitely get some corn cracking. Yes, sir. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, share the video. You feel me? I don't be coming on here enough, so YouTube don't be liking to send out the notifications, especially when we get on here talking that real rap. Let's see, mine in view, not quite. Maybe adjust this some more. We'll just go through each bed first. So we got big plans for this grow bed right here. I'm going to be encasing this whole thing. I got these arches here. Well, I'm about to get rid of the arches, and it's gonna be fully enclosed. You probably put like some 5 footer beams across the door right here in this opening where you can walk through the center, and it's gonna be completely netted. 'Cause this is gonna be my squash and brassica bed. That way, I don't have to deal with these squash vine. Here they are. I don't have to deal with the squash vine borer, which is a type of cabbage worm. And same thing. I said cabbage worm. I meant to say caterpillar. And same thing. These are cabbage worms right here. All the brassicas are just irritating because I just got these brassicas to start shaking and moving again. All right here. This is kale, some more curly kale, some collards in here. But because I didn't net it off, that cabbage moth came through, lays its eggs on your brassicas. Once they hatch, boom, now they eating up all the stuff. So I'm debating if I want to just knock them out, squish them, or just go ahead and pull all of these leaves, give them to my birds, and start over. Cause like once they on here, you pretty infested. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just bust these yokers down, give them to my chickens. You feel me? I'm gonna drop a link in the chat too if anybody want to join up. Got any questions? Want to rap with your boy about this gardening tip? Feel free to join. But make sure y'all send this on out. I should have made a community post, but you know it's part of the game. People will join up in here in a few, and if not, we go rock out like it's a pre-record for the playback game. Um, what's up, son? Back up. Back up. Yeah. Back up. Stop, bro. You about to knock over my camera. Go sit down. Go get in the trampoline. Hey, where you going? Hey, y'all give me 1 second. There we go. Link in the chat. Anybody want to join up? Now we about to keep rocking. You feel me? Keep rocking. So we just about to do some garden maintenance. Go ahead and harvest a few things. 'Cause, my eggplants over here going crazy, and these jokers is leaning. Hey, hey, get over here. We got somebody trying to join up right now. Yo, what's poppin'?
What's going on with you, my nigga? How you doing today, bro?
Most hated. Oh, what's happening with the insane?
Oh man, I'm cooling, man. I see you got the
Oh, cool.
greens, you're getting everything together. I see you getting it
Yes,
together.
sir. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, man. For real, do this. We don't play no games about this.
man.
You
Hey,
feel
I
me?
bet
My
you I
slogan
bet
is
you
if
the
you know better,
healthiest.
you grow better.
Hey, look, I know you the healthiest nigga in Nebraska right now.
Hey, get your tail over here. Go get in the trampoline or are you going in the house? I know it's the flowers. Go ahead. Yeah, man, my son trying to be out here. It's just us chilling. But he think he can roam free around the yard.
Man, I'm surprised the mosquitoes ain't tearing you up.
Oh man, shoot. I just put some hydrogen cortisone on so that I don't get ate up.
Right, right. You don't
That's
be
why.
messing with the
Yeah.
wasp.
Nah, hell nah. I either use citronella or I use some hydrogen cortisone. I don't be too much. I be trying to stay as natural as possible. I know that the hydrogen cortisone ain't really natural, but I know it's for skin rashes and whatnot, and it happens to help.
Right, right. I got one of them things in my backyard when I bought my house. When I bought my house, right?
Yeah,
But I don't. I mean, it grows crazy. It grows crazy. I'm thinking about just taking one of your courses, going to go whack all the little leaves or stuff that's in there, little grass that's in there, and just start over and see what I
yes
can
sir.
grow.
And you saying you got a grow bed, right?
I guess that's what you call it. Yeah, it's like four rows of it. It's like four rows
Okay.
of it, and it's like I don't touch it. It just be like little. It's just like the grass grow in there or whatever, all crazy. I just leave it how I leave it until October, November. Oh yeah, I see that. What's that? Squash?
Nah, eggplant.
Eggplant. Yeah, okay, okay. My fault. Yeah, eggplant.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see it. You grow.
yes sir.
How long it take you? How long it took it to grow?
Um, this one specifically right here, it's probably been rocking for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
from a
I've
seed.
been harvest. No, no, no. So I thought you was talking about this specific fruit right here.
Oh,
Um, the oh yeah, yeah. No, the actual plant itself. Mm, I've been growing this joker for about. Let me see. I'm gonna say about 2.5, 3 months.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You see how full this joker is. It's actually over here. It's covering up this Swiss chard I got for
Do you be using
this joker.
pesticides or anything like that?
No, hell no. I don't use anything at all. If I do, you'll see. Only thing I use on the natural side of the game is diatomaceous earth, and every now and again I use some neem oil.
Neem oil. Okay. I mean, what do you do with all the bugs and snakes and whatever all that? What you do with that?
As far as the snakes go, um, I will put like snake pellets on the perimeter of my yard. But that's pretty rare. When I had roosters, that I used to kind of let them do their thing with that, with the
Also, the
snakes.
roosters take care of snakes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as it ain't venomous, yeah, rooster get with it.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. That's crazy. I just learned
Oh yeah,
something
yeah,
new.
yeah. Yeah, that's why they so aggressive. If you ever been around, especially certain breeds of them, they like hyper aggressive. But it's all to protect the hens.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So, with you having a garden, I would believe that you would have a garden snake, right? Garden snakes, right?
yeah. I mean. I've I've seen a couple, but more times than none, I don't be having no garter snakes. More times than none, it's very rare I get a snake. I used to have get them damn what are those? It's a egg snake. I can't think of the name of it right now. It's can't think of the name of it, but I would that was probably the most common. They would get in my chicken coop, trying to eat my eggs and whatnot, and I just go out, come out in the backyard with the 22, pop it. What's up, here, man? Get yeah, I just go grab the 22 right in the backyard, pop it. Let me cut this water off. See, I got everything on the sprinkler on the timer, so this be my saving grace when I be on the road working.
Man, so
So,
you so so you got for you eating fresh chicken eggs and all that then, huh?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll let you see. So all of these garden beds I built them live. We're here right on YouTube. Go back and check out my old live streams. I built this coop and this gate, and this was like necessity because of uh, punk ass neighbors bust a move on me and had uh, animal patrol pull up, but it worked out. But
Okay.
yeah, I built this coop and
Okay.
that gate right behind me. This coop was oriented facing toward the street,
Right.
but since then, put up that privacy fence,
Right.
fence it off more over there, and then yeah, I got the birds up in here.
What do you
But
do
yeah, I
when it
built all
rain?
of
What do
this
you do
live.
when it's raining?
So eventually I'm gonna have uh my rain catchment system going. I got gutters and everything. Hey, watch out. Uh-uh. It's right there. It's over there by the bush. Look, you see the blue ball? The blue ball? Yeah. The blue ball? Right there. What you? Go get it. Well, I will. Right there. You see it? Good job. Yeah, my fault. Uh yeah, but in the meantime, in between time, I got tarp back here on it. So all of the water runs off far in
Right.
the back toward the back where they back there sleeping. So they stay dry. And all of this area, like it's been
Right.
raining off and on consistently for like the last 3 weeks. So I just go in with these pine pellets. They for horse and barns.
Right.
My brother Drew Titan, salute to the God who else in the building. My brother Joe Townsend, salute. My brother. Yeah, LDBC business. Yeah, man. But yeah, I got quite a few birds in here. I got a turkey right there. A couple weeks ago, I butchered, about a month ago now. I butchered like 8 of my birds back here, both my roosters, a bunch of hens. They in the freezer.
Oh shit! I heard the fuck
Yes,
out of
sir.
that. God
Oh
damn!
God.
I heard
Yes,
that.
sir. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We getting right back to it, and then this another part of my garden right here. Everything grown from seed, man.
Yeah, I
Building it
see,
up.
man.
And
I gotta
I
get
got my
back there. I gotta get back to get to work, man. I gotta get like you, man.
then I got my orchard right here. All of these are fruit trees. Some grown from seed. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some loquats. You know about the loquats being from the city.
I'm
I
already
grew these
knowing.
from
You know
seed.
they be everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I brought these from Cali.
Okay.
Bust them down. Grew these from seed, and these on a bounce back because they probably would have been double this height. But about 2 years ago, I was back here burning some cardboard and brush, and they was too close to the fire, and that flame kind of damaged them. So I chopped them all down to like stumps, maybe only like a foot tall, and they all bounced
Right.
back in 2 years. You know, both of them like well, two of these right here at least 6 foot tall. So yeah,
Well,
man.
you got the master plan. All you need now is where the cows at.
Oh yeah, not yet, not yet. Well, I ain't go. I doubt that I'll do cows. Um, we working on getting some more land, so I'm gonna be for sure goats, meat rabbits, chicken, quail, and then we go be farming our own fish too as well.
Oh yeah, you got it. You got it, then. You got it. But you gonna put the lake back there or what? How you gonna do it?
Here at so I'm only on an acre and a quarter here at this crib, so this is my little homestead, but we working on getting at least 10 acres. But in my front yard, I'm gonna dredge out probably about a 30,000 gallon pond in the front yard, and I'm fill that joker up with like brim, bass, things like that, and just fence off everything.
Damn.
Yes,
Yeah, you
sir.
got it. You got it. You got them. You got the master plan. Let me find out the city nigga that went to the country and did his thing.
Oh, for sure. I always say that the city bred me, but the country made me. Feel
I
me?
dig
I
that.
spent many summers coming out to the country, chilling with my grandparents, chilling with my cousins, and although I'm from the city, the country always been where I felt most at home. You know what I'm saying? Getting to
I
my
dig
roots, being
dig
on
it.
the outside, going fishing. I shot my first gun at 9. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't on no city type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Grandpa handed me the rifle, and it was like hit that target right there. You know, to got it. Drove my first truck when I was 12. Same thing, granddad. He like, come on, take me down the street, toss me the keys. Like what? So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
We on now, huh? We on now. That's all we needed,
for
huh?
sure, for sure. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. But yeah. To the viewers that's in here, let y'all see what I'm doing. I just
I'm gonna
harvest
jump back in the chat, bro.
this for sure. Just harvest
All
this eggplant right here. Yeah, behemoth. Appreciate the brother insane. There's a link in the chat. Anybody want to join up? Um, I have been whooping those damn cabbage worm. Yeah, we got more of them on here. Have been whooping them, but of course, it seemed like whenever we get a surge in the humidity, that's when those cabbage moths come and lay their eggs, and you got these cabbage worms all on here. So I was talking about future plans. Um, I got my these arches here. What I'm gonna do for this bed is my larger bed. This is the 8x8. Uh, I'm gonna enclose it all in. So one by ones is gonna be my structure. It's gonna be about 7 feet tall, covered all in net with my wooden door here. So it's gonna be all brassica and all squash in here. That way, it's cracking loco.
Yeah,
Oh, hold on, my
what's going
brother.
on? What's going
Okay,
on?
yeah. Oh man, I'm just in here doing a little garden maintenance and giving the people an update on plans for the future. Yeah, so we go enclose that. It's gonna be my brassica and my squash grow bed only because of squash vine borers and because of the cabbage worms. So enclosing this, only thing I'll have to do is pollinate all my squash moving forward, which ain't a problem. You know what I mean? Get up in here. So that's go, in my opinion, is go alleviate that pest pressure and having to worry about spraying. But yeah, check it out though, man. That was the first garden bed. This is the second one. We got our first tassels for this corn right here. We got tassels up top, and then we got our silk. So these silk, each tassel fertilize that pollen, fertilizes each piece, each silk. That silk finds its way down. I mean, that pollen slides its way down into the actual kernels down inside here. And those kernels get pollinated, and that's how you get a kernel of corn. We're right there. Got silk. We got silk and we got tassels. That means we go have corn, baby. So the idea of putting them on the grid system. So I got they all squared off in here. One, two, three. I think I got 8 heads of corn in here. When that wind blows, that tassel, that pollen falls, and it increases the probability of going on ahead and I don't know why I was going to say fertilize, but pollinating each tassel. And the more you have, when the wind blows, they can essentially um, pollinate one another. So putting it on the grid. So we got 8 in here. We got a bunch of eggplants in here that I need to clean out. Look at that, man. This is a behemoth. This is a head of a carrot right here. This joker is like as white as an 8 ball. Hey, baby. Damn, same thing. Brassica's getting ate up. So this look like some type of beetle damage. Oh, I'm sorry. This is slug damage. Yeah, I can see the little shine on the back. Let me show you guys right here. So I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but okay, the camera will show it. Oh, I'm lying. That's cabbage worms right there, and I see the silk. So more cabbage worms eating at that. That's that pest pressure right there. But they generally will only start to eat from what my experience has been is eating these lettuce once my brassicas specifically uh, my kale and collards have been chopped down. So, oh, what the hell? And look at this. Wow. Slugs. Excuse me, snail damage. This was a good carrot right here. They completely destroyed it. And the snails on here. So, what we go do for that, I'm going to get a cup, plastic cup, fill it up with some type of yeast and water, maybe some beer, something like that. And that's going to get these snails, they'll smell that yeast and they'll come and drown themselves in that. Same thing, I believe the roly polies as well too. But I ain't really been having no real pressure from the roly polies. Just been these snails and those cabbage worms. Anything you want to add to this, brother? This is a carrot. Snails got to it.
Yeah, I've been blessed for my garden. I haven't had too many bugs. I had like those green kind of caterpillar looking germs. You know, I had those on my tomatoes, but pulled a couple
Oh
of those
yeah,
off, and that was about it. Other than that, I ain't had too many bugs, but um, but I've had some bugs eat like my other plants. Like I planted some nice bushes, and the bug was
yeah.
just tearing them up. So I hit it with the neem oil. And I kind of chilled out a little bit, but yeah, my main thing has just been my main issue just trying to get bees to pollinate with my watermelon plant. Other than that, I ain't really had no bugs or nothing like that. So of course
Uh,
I got the hummingbirds back here, they doing their thing and whatnot, but
right.
other than that, bro, that's kind of about it. Just trying to get the bugs and trying to get the bees to pollinate, and that's about it with me.
Yes, sir. Well, you got to entice it more. You might got to bring more flowers in that area.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, all my bees they're in my lemon tree. They just stay in there. You know what I mean? So,
It ain't
but
no spider. I don't know what the hell this is. It look like some type of fly.
mm,
This thing looks like something out of evolution.
oh damn.
I don't know. It looked like some type of fly. Looked like a fly and a hornet had a baby. Huh? Oh, yeah, sure could have. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, my fault, bro.
No, you
Oh,
good,
shoot.
cuz.
Before we get
Shout out to the children.
yes, sir. The whole tribe out here now.
Mm-hmm.
The whole tribe out here. They just pulled up. Man, I don't know if y'all can see me, but this eggplant is, when I say prolific, bro, the production on it has been insane. Y'all see, I got my snips over here. I got alcohol. and I'm cleaning between each plant that I do. This is going to be that I don't cross contaminate, potentially bring any diseases over to as I go from plant to plant. Just a little free game for the people. Those not ready, I could take them. You know what I mean, just to take some of the weight off of this, because I got some monsters in here.
Oh, cause so remember I told you I was growing my collard greens from the seed. You know what I mean? But man,
It's,
they were growing good. They were going great, bruh. You know, I left my side so that way, you know, they hit the sun or whatnot. Man,
right,
some that knocked the whole tray over, knocked everything all out, bro. I was hiding fish grease.
man. Probably a
Not
squirrel or a
probably, yeah, probably.
possum or
I might
Damn,
actually.
something over here eating. I got a hole like this inside. Oh yeah. What the brother say? He said I moved. I need to move out of the NY. Hey, oh God, man. Hey, Drew, you know where the country is your home, dog.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. So next time I try to do the collard greens from the seed, I'm gonna have to actually put them in a pot, you know, and just kind of go that way. I don't know, you know, because those little seed starter, little cardboard kind of trays, they work, but man, the wind blows, some knock it over, it knock all that shit out. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
shoot, I didn't even follow my own advice and clean this up before I just snipped that. Oh well, I already did it now. All right, and all of these low hanging leaves, I'm just clipping them, just to try to keep as much disease off this squash plant. So that was 3 big fan leaves. Damn. But man, I'm talking about once I put that chicken manure in here, it's been on, bro. It has been on. You know what? Let me go ahead and take this eggplant right here too, just because we want more production. I, there's quite a few more in here, but that's 3 I just pulled off.
yeah, brother,
I'm sure.
the chicken manure with the organic soil, yeah, bro, I get damn near all my pots and all my grow beds and whatnot, bro. I get a gang of mushrooms, bro. Seems like mushrooms
Yeah,
are popping out like every other day. You know what I mean? So I have to tell my daughter, no, these ain't for eating. You better leave them alone. You gonna mess around and end up in ICU eating them thing, boy.
right, right. Fade away
Yeah, for real. You gonna
for sure.
hit you with that go to sleep. You know what I mean? So
Right. Hey, you
I was telling her that long if you see mushrooms, if you see anything like that growing, or you see some weeds growing, you know, that's how you know you got some good soil. So, you know, so
right, right, right.
just educating the youngsters.
For sure. Hey, you eat one of them if you want to. You gonna have that sound effects in the background. Ha!
You know, start hearing them
It's a
saxophones
big
and
one.
shit.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Yeah, all that.
For sure. I'm gonna show you this. I got pole beans over here that I'm about to go ahead and harvest, and I got a squash developing over here. Just trying to get it directly off the soil. Man, these pole beans were um, a really good idea right here, bro, because just saving so much space versus using those bush beans. Okay, let me see if this is. Let me get it in view. Let's see. Let me know if you can see that beans right there. Can you see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So the pole beans, we got flowers in here, which are
Yes,
going to
sir.
be beans.
You got
You
flowers, you
know.
got fruit. Yep, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, and I got several. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got 7 of these garden poles with pole beans on them. I was just looking around and seeing. Yes, baby. What is it? All right. Well, I'll put it in the compost. Now, look at this. Look at this. Look at that leaf on this squash right here. Come on. Very little mildew on them. Now, what I do need to handle is this right here. I don't know if this bug is laying the eggs or if this is those cabbage. It might be the squash vine borer eggs, but we're gonna go ahead and smear those off, kill those off. Same with you, this false ladybug. So go ahead and bust that. To the white meat, throw it right in there. Back into here. Re decompose. Get right back to God. Let me see. Do I got any watermelon in here? I don't see no watermelon. Hold on, let me flip this camera. 'Cause I'm over here doing the goofy. Let's see. There we go. I don't see no watermelon. There we go.
In my bad, I got a phone call, cuz my bad.
Oh yeah, all good, all good. Just checking to see if I see any watermelon in here. Nothing yet.
Man.
Uh, nothing from this one. This is one. All right. I got some more over in that first bed. Uh, for sure. We got one right here though.
Okay,
Hold
yes,
on.
sir. Okay.
Yeah, yada I
Okay, yeah.
mean. You feel me?
Oh, okay, that's the
Yeah.
one you were talking about. I got you. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it didn't almost double the size since I last seen it.
Oh yeah.
So boom. That's one. I know it's another one somewhere in here. I don't feel like digging my hands all in there because I don't know what the hell just was flying out. That's all of that new corn right here. We got 15 heads of corn right here.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course we got okra just going crazy. Then right here, I don't know if this is a pumpkin or if it's some type of squash. But I think it might be a pumpkin. I was at first I thought it was um, what's the Joan a cantaloupe, but I'm looking at the flowers and I'm thinking it might be a pumpkin or some type of other variety of squash.
Okay.
Of course, we got our. I'm trying to ignore my damn kids. It's so damn loud. Yeah, of course we got our sweet potatoes growing in here as well. Man, just chaos planning. You know what I'm saying? Like wherever we got space, we growing food. Things.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this is a squash right here for sure. Planted. I sowed this in here 2 weeks ago, and that thing, bro. I put that, like I said, that chicken manure in here, bruh. It's going crazy. Hey,
Yes, sir.
yes. You want to go in the house? Go ahead, go in the house. Let me grab some of this okra while I'm over here. Yeah, shout out to everybody who was in the building. I also sold some winter squash, some buttered head squash right here, or butternut squash right here, in several places, and it's taking off. So the goal is to be able to get squash all winter or have it all winter stored. And if I can get a couple watermelons, I'll be happy with that. Just because I got them so late, got them going so late in the season. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go ahead and pick that. We go.
Yeah, one. One thing also that's taken off is my blackberries. They finally started to grow up. The trail is starting to get real long now. So I don't know if I'm going to see anything this year, but maybe next year. But they definitely growing now. So
Yeah. Well, I didn't get fruit my first year for all the ones that like my blackberries. It took my second season for me to get fruit.
yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, but for okra, I just uh what was that day before yesterday? I just came out here and picked 5 okra. So this offered just 3 plants.
What's I know you got a variety of stuff in your garden. What's something that you want to plant something soon, or something that you may want to do next season?
Something I want to do next season. Peach tree,
Yes, sir.
another plum tree,
Yes, sir.
and I'm looking to find a pink lady apple tree.
For those,
Oh,
or are you
also,
gonna put those in you put those in the ground, or you gonna pot them?
everything in the ground.
Okay, all
Yeah, everything in the ground. Thank you, baby. Wifey just bought me something to drink. You feel me?
right.
Whew.
Shout out to Miss Soul out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, man, just a quick little garden update. Let me see if we got some more of these watermelons over here. See what's cracking. We got anything? I see a bunch of male flowers in here. I'm trying to see if I see that little that roundness on one. I'm upset that this one died off, but it's part of the game. It's part of the game. I know next year I had that jump start on the season. I will be straight bringing out all my starts will be in trays, going straight into instead of direct sowing into the soil.
Mm.
And this fall, I'm gonna be conditioning the soil as well too in preparation for this winter in preparation for spring.
One thing that I'm probably
Oh,
gonna have to do that I didn't mention, I might need some other people to help me, but I need to probably move my grapes. For where I put the grapes at aesthetically, it's a good spot. You know what I mean? It makes sense where it's at, but it's getting no sun at all. So I mean, it's really
oh
inhibiting my
yeah,
grapes from even growing, or even, I got some on there, but they're growing super slow. So I'm definitely going to have to move them, to where I can at least maximize my growth. So that's
right,
so for anybody who's gardening out there, if you want to grow some, the most important thing, you got to look and see how much sun some gonna need. Some
for
plants.
sure.
So you got a lot of shaded plants. That's cool. You got some plants who need 6 to 8 hours of sun. Like for like tomatoes, grapes, cucumbers, watermelon. Or like my potted peach tree. All that needs 6 to 8 hours of sun. Anything less than that, it's not gonna grow, and you low key wasting your time. So, or even like my orange
Right,
tree. Like my orange tree is about 2.5 years old, and it needs a lot of sun. So so where I planted my grapes, I did it for an aesthetic part of my backyard, make it look dope, put it on a trellis, underneath there, smoke a cigar and chill out. But for the overall growth and for the because the plant is growing. I mean it's growing like crazy. It's overlapping the trellis. It's grabbing everything nearby, but my grapes are not growing at all. And I've even put fertilizer in there. It's just it needs grapes need sun damn near all day. So that's something to
yeah,
think about for everybody who's gardening. You make sure you think about the sun, and whatever it
yeah,
casts in your backyard or front yard or your patio or your window seal in your apartment, whatever. Just think about how much sun a plant gonna need.
for sure, for sure. got to know how your sun is tracking, and like you said, the areas that's gonna be exposed, have full sun, partially sun. You know what I'm saying? That you should know what time of day your garden is being shaded. So all of those things um, should be in consideration when if you're planning out a garden. Now, I always just tell people just go out there and just start doing it because you
Right.
can give people, we can give each other all the information in the world, but the best information is experience. So sometimes you can plan for things and it just don't happen that way, you know. So really getting out here, getting your hands in the soil, getting them dirty is going to be the best teacher for you. Having the
True.
information is vital because it will save you a lot of headaches. But you got to get out here, get your
Just
hands
start.
in the soil,
Yeah.
and put in the work. You can read all the almanacs. You can read all of the how to grow seeds. These old um, what are they called? Settler books and homesteading books, things like that on how to start a farm for dummies. All of
Right.
that stuff is great information to have, but the real stuff is got to be applicable, and that come down to the experience. You got to get out here and put hands in soil. You know what I
Trial and
mean?
error.
Yes, sir. That's been my greatest teacher, bro. Been
Right.
my greatest teacher, and I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly revamping, changing. Like my area that I have in the pots with all my sunflowers and my um, berries and everything. I'm putting raised garden beds over there. So
Right.
I'm planning on using the old fence post, my remainders, and making garden beds over there. So the goal is to do 3 garden beds over there. Everything that's in pots that's seasonal will be going in the garden beds moving forward. And all of the things like, uh, well, the mint is going to stay. Anything mint from that family is going to stay in its individual pots. But even my blueberries, I'm going to probably make some type of custom beds for them just so that they have more horizontal spacing. They don't really need that much depth, but they need to be, they need more square footage per se. So I'm gonna have a focus on square footage instead of trying to go out and buy, a 50-gallon tub for each bush. For that money, I could just go get the lumber and make, a square bed or any type of funky design that I want to do, but making sure I'm giving adequate square footage so that those roots can spread out. And
Right.
in turn, I get larger bushes, bigger yields. So that's going to be the goal for over here, man. Just constantly changing it up. I don't want until I feel like the garden is mature and I got all my systems locked in. There's always going to be some type of change over here, improvements,
For sure. For sure.
utilizing and
Absolutely.
maximizing our space. Yes, sir. Even on
And
these,
for
I'm looking directly at this hill right here. I'm like, that's space I could be using right there. I could level off parts and have grow beds right here.
right.
So, yes, sir.
I
When the
mean, like
world
for
is
him,
hungry, I don't want to be.
facts. Because I'm looking at,
Mhm.
speaking of space, I'm looking at my backyard grass. I don't really use for nothing. So I'm thinking about just, just covering that up with with some stones and making like a little walkway and just put just some grow beds over there and just be done with it. Just trying to maximize all the space I have. So
Yeah.
because one of the first plants I started planting was tomatoes. So I planted them in the one part of my backyard, and it was growing great, growing like crazy. And that was damn near 10 plus years ago. And now that area where I used to plant my tomatoes, where they used to thrive, all that is, and so all that is overcast now because I have my trees have grown so much it covered it. That whole area is shaded. So now I literally have to figure out okay, other areas in the backyard where I can actually grow tomatoes or just grow plants that require a lot of sun. So But for anybody who wants to start gardening, the easiest thing to do is tomatoes and mint. I mean, tomatoes literally you can throw them in the ground, throw them in a pot. As long as you water them every other day, you good. With mint, you can throw mint in anything, and you'll have mint forever. So those are two things you can easily start doing, where you can get some instant rewards. Because I know sometimes people who garden, if they're not successful, they kind of quit. They kind of quit.
Yes.
But if you want some instant success, mint and tomatoes, you'll see some yield pretty quickly. So
Well, I think that's vital for first time gardeners. It's got to be some sense of reward and early on to keep most people intrigued and interested in it. If you're not seeing reaping no benefits from it early on for a lot of people, then they tend to, nah, it didn't work for me. So you hear a lot of people say, I don't have a green thumb. I don't have a green thumb. And when you get to talking to them about it, you go, no, it's not that you don't have a green thumb. It's just you didn't have any sort of knowledge and then you gave up too soon.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
well, bro, like a perfect example, like not too many folks know my garden besides you and some other folks. I know that's my little own personal thing. So I have
Right.
a nephew. He's like 10 or 11. He's just now getting into gardening. So he'll go to his local grocery store. He'll get some tomato plants and some strawberries. And he do his little stuff. He even got that Alaskan fish fertilizer. He
Oh,
got that and put
thank
it
you.
on there.
Thank you for saying that. Keep cooking because I need to fertilize this corn. Thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
saying that, brother. Right
All
on
right.
time.
All right, my brother. So
Yes, sir.
So he got his little Alaskan fish fertilizer. He doing this thing. So my nephew ain't know I was a gardener. So he come over here. He's like, Uncle Joe, I didn't know you were a gardener. You don't, he was like almost like, man, you don't even look like you do nothing like this. You know what I mean? So now he always back here looking around. I got to stop him from pulling shit. He'll tug on stuff and, almost cuss them out, my dahlia plants, like when the plants starting to get ready for the winter, they start to turn into wood and start to harden or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So he don't know that. So he's thinking that the plant is dying. So he went over there and pulled it out the ground and did some snipping. I'm like, man, what are you doing?
Oh,
So,
oh, nigga, I'm about to fight you.
About to put hands and feet on a 10-year-old, So I had to explain to him, no, this is natural. See, look at this plant, look at that plant, look at the grapes. They're doing that because they're maturing and they're getting ready for the winter, so they're hardenizing and winterizing. That's what
Yes.
it does. Oh,
Overwintering.
I thought it was dying. No, leave shit alone. Stop it. Move. Get out the way.
But shout out to the nephew for being inquisitive and wanting to
Yeah.
get back to his roots. You
Oh
feel
yeah,
me?
no. He always in the
Ooh,
backyard.
this is potent.
Always grabbing
Now,
lemons.
this smell like
Oh,
an immediate trip to the clinic.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. That fish fertilizer. Oh yeah. Well, you get some on your hands, boy. You gonna need some WD-40 to get it off.
Yeah.
Hey, you get some on your hands. You're gonna
Next
need some.
fluid.
You're gonna need some of that mechanic soap to get that off your hands, boy.
Right.
You're gonna need the
Yeah, the
greaser.
degreaser. Yeah.
Yeah. Already.
Ooh, this stuff is potent. For anybody who's wondering what that was, that's Fishy Motions. That one specifically had an MPK of 4, 5, and 1,
Yes, sir.
or 6, 5, and 1s, I believe it was.
Uh-huh.
So for the family who is new to the gardening, MPK is go be
Yep.
your trace elements that are in it, and that it stands for phosphorus,
Uh-huh.
potassium, and nitrogen.
Uh-huh.
So those are your trace elements, that basic level that all of our plants need:
Uh-huh.
phosphorus, nitrogen, and potassium. And each fertilizer is going to have a different number. When it
Right.
comes to fruiting, it's not going to be so high. It's going to be lower on the nitrogen. So right now at this time, I have a watermelon over here. I don't want to give it this Fishy Motions because it's high in nitrogen, and that's going
Mhm.
to promote more leaf growth, but it's
Right.
not necessarily going to be feeding our watermelon. So we
Correct.
want things that are going to be higher in potassium and in phosphorus. Phosphorus, things like bone meal, things of that sort. So
Oatmeal.
we would want to see that low in the end, maybe like around 1 to 2, a high in the potassium and phosphorus, like let's say a 6 and a 5. So that's the number of fertilizer. That was just some numbers to throw out there for the people who are curious on how you would fertilize. But for this corn over here, because it's all corn, for the people who don't know, corn is actually a grass. It was a wild grass that early farmers over time selected to get to grow corn. So it's a wild grass. So meaning all greenery. So they need a heavy dose of nitrogen. So we go feed them this. That way we can get a boost on it because we have, I believe, 80 days to our first freeze.
Hmm.
So we rocking out this. This is late season corn harvest. You feel me? Late season corn harvest. But we go get this corn. You feel me? And next year, I think what I want to do is do a little corn maze over here. So we'll see. We'll see
Hmm.
how that works out. Do something different.
For sure.
It broke or it fell off. Sure. What is it for? Oh, the spring inside of there? Oh, okay. I got you. All right, I'll go take a look. Now, I have fertilized with that chicken manure in here as well, but I'm gonna just go ahead and give it an extra added boost because we want to get as much corn as possible. You dig?
Right. So regarding to the people, y'all may have some questions, but I'll say this. So how me and Soul Garden, we try to go as natural as possible. So we try to stay away from like Miracle Grow products and stuff like that because those things, even though they do work and they will, definitely you'll see some results. It has a lot of chemicals in there to where, once you start eating your fruit, you'll get some chemicals, on there that will get into your body. So we try to go as natural as possible, which is why you'll hear
Right.
about like chicken manure and organic soil and, using even the fertilizers we use is natural. We try to stay
Yes, sir.
away from all the
No
name brand
synthetics.
stuff. We do as natural as possible because we want to have natural fruit, because even if, no matter what store you go to, all these fruit and vegetables got preservatives on them. They have all these chemicals and pesticides on them. So it's sad that when you buy fruit at the store, when you come home, you have to wash it and you'll see all the stuff that come off of it. So for our gardens, we go as natural as possible. So no Miracle Grow, no, because if you do the Miracle Grow stuff, you damn near can use it on everything. It works on almost everything. But with that, you're gonna have some chemicals in your fruit. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have your
For
fruit
sure.
and vegetables on steroids, and we don't want that. We want to be as organic as possible. So
Right.
with that, when you're growing a bunch of different things, you're gonna need a lot of different fertilizers. So like I have two citrus plants. I need specifically citrus fertilizer that works mainly only on citrus. It's not going to work on anything else. I can't give citrus fertilizer to my tomatoes. It's not going to work. And then you got to have your tomato fertilizer, and then you got to have um your regular. Some plants just need a well balanced fertilizer. You have to have that, or like I have these banana leaf plants. Those are considered heavy feeders, so they need a high dosage of fertilizer to keep them going. So I can't use banana leaf fertilizer on my tomatoes or on my grapes because it's just not going to work because we're going to get more, like so was saying, you're going to get more greens than you do fruit. So it's a little science behind it, but nothing that a Google search or research can't solve. But yeah, we stay away from the Miracle Grow and the Star Green and all that kind of stuff. We grow natural. We do natural as possible.
Yeah, yeah, natural as possible, or at least what the label says. you know.
Right, for
So,
sure.
um, certain things that you can use to help increase or add vitality to your soil, so that you do use less uh, fertilizers. Things like worm castings. If you're able to get a strong colony of worms in your garden beds, or if you're raising worms for the extract, the extract, or the compost itself, the basically is worm poop. You know, the worm castings, or even specifically the even though the soluble part that's instantly able to be extracted from the plants is the liquid that comes from the worm castings. So all of that is like nitrogen, nitrous oxide to all of your plants. So worm castings is going to be one thing. Um, for your beans, you could do a chop and drop, and that the nitrogen the beans are nitrogen fixers for your soil. So that's something you can also do right there. You can't go wrong with always composting. If you have chickens, you're able to get calcium from your eggs. So putting your chicken eggs, those cracked eggs, into your oven, drying them out, then putting them in the blender, and now adding that those blended eggshells into your garden is adding calcium back into your garden. So just things like that where you're boosting your soil vitality. Like I said, if you have chickens, any scrap food that you have, you can scrap food, grass clippings, if weeds, things like that, you bundle those things on it and heal it and constantly turning it. You make a natural compost right there. All of that stuff you add right back into your soil. You add in that good microbes back into your soil, and you're bringing up that soil health. You got to
Yeah.
think about it like this: soil is it's a living. You know what I'm saying? So you got microorganisms in here. You got living, different insects, beneficial and non-beneficial. Um, so you got to think about it from that standpoint. And I got more slugs in here, and I don't know what the hell type of bug that is. So think about your soil as it's living. It's not just some uh, dormant, material that we grow out of. Think as, like I said, as it is living, just like our plants is. So you want to feed your soil. Old bananas, just anything, any scraps. I wouldn't do meat per se, because that'll bring in rodents and things like
Right.
that.
Right.
You can use raw meat and things, and it will decompose over time, and it's going to add back into the soil. But you will
You,
be
you
dealing
can
with
do some
other
you can
type
do
of,
some granny snatching too. We ain't gonna speak on that though. We gonna
yeah, that part. But I've actually I've I've composted a whole chicken of mine before. It died off. I threw it in a compost pile, and in like 2 months, it was broken down all the way to just the skeleton.
yes, sir.
So yeah, yeah. But we had worms in there. Um, that proper temperature of like it was probably about 145 degrees. So you can see the steam coming off of it when you turned it, and it decomposed. And I'm talking about, it was nothing but bones in there. I'm like, man, it that was pretty shocking right there. I didn't know decomposition happened that fast when it
That
was done
fast,
in that
right?
method.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I was expecting this, still see feather. It wasn't. It was hardly even feathers that were even exposed. I mean, that were
But
even found. Damn, I'm
again,
over here.
so you can imagine
Get up.
like all the stuff that's fossilized over the years, all the plants that, all the animals that then died, and now they in the stone. Then they fossilized and everything. So that's kind of the
Right.
the natural process of stuff. But And like for like compost, like Soul was saying, compost could be as easy as throwing some fruit or throwing some fruit in like your soil. So like with I'm growing a mango tree from scratch. So and I have it potted in a huge 25-gallon container. So I have the good soil in there. I have the good fertilizer. You know, I have the organic soil. I also have the chicken manure. I forgot which fertilizer I use, but I have that in there. But also, I have a lemon tree. So I took off about 4 or 5 lemons, cracked them open, you know, threw them in there, covered them up. There you go. That's compost too. You know, so you know you don't have to
Yes, sir.
overthink things when it comes to that. You know, you can just it can be something very simple. You know, so and there's also you can literally like say throw stuff on the ground and keep churning it, or you can go on Amazon. They have like barrels of stuff where you can just throw your
I'll
compost in a
show you
barrel,
mine.
turn it, you know, and then it's from coffee grounds to fruit to whatever. You keep turning it, you know, then you're gonna have you some good compost. So there's many ways to do it too.
Yep. Speaking of, let's go turn some compost over here. Hopefully my Wi-Fi signal don't get too shaky. But got a compost bin right here. Boom. I'm gonna give y'all a close up on it as well too. Uh,
I need to go ahead and get me one for sure. I just thought all my compost is on the ground.
I mean, I'm with you on that. I got a pile too, a big pile that I need to go over here and turn as well.
Mm.
Uh, oh yeah, that heat's cranking up in there too. Got a compost in here. It's about 2 months old.
So compost can be anything from like let's say you have some plants in the pot and it died off, you can throw the plant in the compost, you can throw old soil in compost, you can throw leaves, grass, you know, you can like I said, eggs, bananas. If you have tomatoes that you know that got maybe got like a little bump on it, you can cut that off, throw that in the compost. So compost can be anything. So
Yeah, hell, shredded cardboard as well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, using all right. So
Coffee
there's two
grounds.
components that
Yeah.
you need in your compost to get it going. You need your carbon, which is gonna be all your browns. You can use cardboard or twigs, dried grass, anything of that sort. That'll be your carbon. Then you need your nitrogen, which is going to be all your greens. So you need these are going to be your fundamental basic carbon and nitrogen to get started and actually get your compost to uh, um, get the chemistry going. You wet these up, the decomposition happens, and once that actually starts going into its process, that is what composting is.
Sir.
It's got to get to a certain temperature for it to compost correctly
Mhm.
in a specific amount of time. Because if you don't do it right, it can go dormant, and at that point, it's going to take a much longer time to get to the point to where whatever you put in there to break down for it to actually be uh,
Facts.
viable for your garden.
Facts.
Whereas, let's say if I want to do some speed composting, I might be able to do something in like 60 days, right? If I'm
Mhm.
cranking up my temps, I'm constantly adding my carbon and nitrogen, I'm constantly turning, I'm getting those temps up. Let's say 30 to 60 days, we can do it.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
if I don't have those temps and I'm throwing them in there, you talk about dormancy, and now we're going to look at things needing to take between 6 to 8 months for
Yep.
it to actually break down and to actually be beneficial for our soil.
Right. All right.
Yes, sir. Go. Throw these in the compost bin. I'll be right. And I need to go ahead and up pot these olive trees, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow when I get out here and figure out how I'm gonna build these new garden beds. measure out the area and see my spacing and plan it out. In the past, I'm I've been very impulsive and I'll just start building. I have a thought in my mind. Of course I have a plan, but to how I'm going to build something, but I'm not thinking about it long term. So I've been conscientious this spring heading into the summer on structure and how they can be modular. There was a focus on putting proper spacing in between each bed. So if I need be, I can fit my wheelbarrow through. Instead of in the past when I had my grow rows, I only had 10 inches of space. So I'd be working in between each row, but I couldn't even turn my foot completely sideways to work in between without encroaching on a row. So I was cognizant of that. That was part of my planning, um, implementing arches, thinking about pest pressure. Now I didn't actually use them this thus far, but this is going to help me extend my growth season for the summers, right? I mean, excuse me, for the winters. So I'm going to put frost cloth up, and that's going to help me, extend my growth season. So be able to push the limits on what we're able to grow during the winter time. Things that I was thinking about. You know, my orchard. Thought long and hard about my spacing, getting in between, with the lawnmower, weed eaters, but also understanding that I'm limited on space. So being able to maximize and also thinking where would I put new trees for the up and coming seasons. So plan, think about it. But if you don't plan, be always be thinking about past this point is okay. How can I improve my garden? And don't be afraid to just start over from scratch. I started over with these at the beginning of spring. I had grow rows here completely. If you go back about 8, 9 lives ago, you will see I was building out these. I dug up excuse me, raked up all my grow rows. I had 11 grow rows, and now we have 4 garden beds here. I had more available square footage in those rows, but now I'm able to garden better on the grid system because of how the garden beds are, and it's more modular. I'm able to, like I said, operate through here. I was able to run my sprinkler systems. Last year, I had I was on sprinkler, but it was just some uh, 3 heads and the hose, and I had to come out here. It wasn't on the timer, so you know, im- improving each year. Don't be afraid to fail. Get out here. Try to plan as best as you can, but experience losses are going to be your greatest wins when it comes to gardening. Because especially if you're taking notes or if you're doing what I'm doing, you're vlogging. You can always come back to it, see where you dropped the ball, you might have messed up, where you failed completely, or in your wins, and you can go and replicate these things. All right, let's see. So, okay, we are going to see what this is over here. So I've been saying these red bushes were kidney beans, but I don't know, this flower pod that looks like it's about to be produced. I'm not gonna speak. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let. Let's see, because it's either gonna be my kidney beans or this is red okra. Not sure yet. I was trying to look at the structure of the actual leaves itself. This is more of a fan versus my green okra is more like feathered. Um, but this pod right here that it's producing, it almost looks like an okra. So let's see. If it is okra, cool with me because I love okra. Fried okra is my thing. Okra stew, okra and black eyed peas. That's a win for me. That is a win for me. So you know what? I got too many fan leaves on this gargantuan squash right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and prune it because it's blocking my sprinkler head right here. Hey, salute, bro. Salute. Hanvero. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Salute. I didn't see you on the chat. Thanks for pulling up and showing up. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. I appreciate everybody who's been jumping in and out the live. If you find any of this information to be useful, go ahead and share it with your people. You know what I mean? Give me a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Because this is, in my opinion, this is information that is much needed, especially in today's time with the lack of food security and or these sources where they're coming from. You know, we don't know what the hell we're consuming. You know, E- every time I click on social media site, is somebody talking about the meat that that we're eating. It's partial human meat. I did a DNA test on it. So hell, hey, our best bet is to, if we can, grow it ourselves. Look at that. Look at that family. This is a squash family. My hand for size. I don't have small hands. I can palm a full size ball. Okay, do that right there. Cleaning it up in here, just making it. So if these are carrots right here, that they are getting watered. If not, I'm gonna give them another week. And you know what? I'm not gonna give them another week. What I'm gonna do is, 'cause I don't know what if I have any more carrot seeds in there. Tomorrow, I'm gonna come out here and go ahead and sow some more carrots. And if these are carrots, then what we'll do is once they start to get larger, the the leaves itself, then what we'll do is we'll just thin them out. But I'm thinking it's this invasive weed right here. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it even has this little red structure at the bottom. So, yep, I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Yeah. So I don't see any carrots in here. So we are definitely gonna go ahead and sow some more carrots in here because we gotta have carrots for the winter time. I'm letting carrots that I have in here stay rock out until it gets a little cooler so that those sugars inside of the carrot can go ahead and metabolize and make a more sweeter carrot and be less bitter. Summertime carrots aren't going to be as sweet as your winter carrots. Same thing for your brassicas. If you ever eaten a summer green versus a winter green, especially straight off the stalk, I'm telling you, winter greens almost have like a little sweet taste to them, like a winter collard. Versus summertime, they are a lot more bitter, and the leaf is a lot more tough as well to be able to survive this summer. You know, the summer heat. So that winter leaf is going to be a lot thinner. It's going to be more flavorful and more tender. So they actually, when going to cook them during like Thanksgiving or just a Sunday meal, anything like that, those winter greens will cook faster than your summer greens by proxy. Go ahead, we go do a little zoom in one more time for the people who didn't see that good old watermelon. That is my Charleston Gray over here. Um, I do have some more vines over here as well, but I haven't seen anything coming from these other vines. So as it stands, we only have one watermelon growing, but next season, next year, we will have a jump on the season because over in that corner right there where that big bush is, I'm going to be chopping that bush down and we're going to be putting probably uh, either a 10 or 15 by 8 greenhouse right there. So all our starts will be in there in preparation. And we will also have more garden beds in there too. So probably more brassicas, things like that. Things that deal with a lot of pest pressure will be grown inside of that greenhouse right there. But we will have that jump when it comes to next spring in preparation for our summer harvest. So all my watermelons will be put out ahead, I mean, on schedule, and they won't be from seed. They will be already established starts. That way, we will be getting nice, juicy watermelons. Because what summer without a good watermelon? With my Charleston Gray, I think I got a sugar baby over here, and then I might have right here that one, if I'm not mistaken. This one straight ahead that's vining right by the sweet potatoes. That one might be a yellow or orange watermelon, but we'll see. Um, oh no, I'm sorry. That one is a mountain sweet watermelon. That's what that is. I see the label. Yeah, man, we've been rocking out for an hour and 17 minutes. I want to thank everybody who pulled up, everybody who was in the chat. Appreciate everybody who hit that like button. If you share this live, I appreciate that as well. For the future listeners, make sure when y'all enter the building, go ahead and smash that like button, share it, comment, help get me in the algorithm. You know what I mean? So we can keep on growing. We can get these watch time hours up so we can get the page monetized, back on the grind. Go to my shorts as well too. Or go to my page. I just dropped a 2-minute video on my shorts, just doing a quick garden update. You know what I mean? As well. You know what I'm saying? Help your boy get them views up. I appreciate everybody who was in the building. The homie Insane, my brother Joe Townsend. Appreciate all y'all brothers. You feel me? It's your boy growing with soul. I mean, if you know better, you grow better, baby. We out.